Hello guys, welcome to Medical Maniac. So today let's talk about transgender. Society has always been reluctant to understand and accept human beings beyond male and female concept. Along with the misconceptions created by religious and social systems, lack of proper knowledge on these issues is also a cause of discrimination. Many health professionals, especially those involved in LGBT human health services, have limited knowledge to these issues. Training in these subjects during schooling is also limited. The below listed concepts give the insight to understand the fluidity and spectrum of gender before us. What is the difference between sex and gender? These are words that people often misuse. These are not words that can be used in the same sense. Sex, which is a biological sex, and gender are two very different topics. Biological sex refers to a person's biological condition. Biological sex is generally defined based on three areas: chromosome, gonads, and genitals. Looking at the genitals at birth, we can classify them. Women will have female biological characteristics such as XX chromosome, will have uterus, ovaries, and vagina. And in men, will have XY chromosomes, penis and scrotum are found in males. Intersex, they may be born with several sexual characteristics. Their sexual anatomy doesn't fit in the boxes of a woman or a man. Now, gender is completely a socially constructed concept. In general, when a child is born into the community, he or she will be categorized as male or female based on his or her biological characteristic, and then each will determine how to move forward as well as train them. This is called as assigned gender. For example, society tries to nurture a person born as a woman by dressing her up as a woman, teaching her rules and teaching her to speak, and so on. Women and men are the two genders given by the society. There are other genders besides this. What is gender identity? Gender identity is the state in which person feels in his or her mind that he or she is a woman or a man or any other gender. It can go coherent with his assigned gender, which is cisgender, or can go against it, which is a transgender. When a person has a different gender identity from his perceived one, there comes a conflict and he tries to express it. Gender expression is how a person expresses himself through his or gender identity, behavior, clothing, speech, and physical characteristics. Feminine and masculine are different gender expressions. Who is a transgender? Transgender is the common name given to individuals who recognize that their gender identity does not conform to the gender that society dictated at birth, and who want to live according to their gender identity. There are people with different gender identities in it. Trans men, which is female to male. Those who are assigned to be women but who identify as men and want to live accordingly are called as trans men. Trans women, those who are socially assigned to be male at birth but identify themselves as female and want to live accordingly. Gender queer, those who recognize that their gender identity does not lie within the binary of gender. How is one's gender identity formed? Gender identity is an identity felt within a person. There is currently no definitive answer in the scientific world as to how gender identity is formed. A person's genetic characteristics by the differential brain development as well as the sexual hormones affecting his body at the times of pregnancy. Studies have shown that this growth is mainly in the hypothalamus of the brain. Changes have also been seen in other parts of the brain. Accordingly, each person identifies himself as a woman, man, transgender, or any other gender. Studies show that gender-related practices may also have a small effect on person's life experience at an early age. Understanding the rainbow. At first, it was thought that being transgender was a mental illness. There were various taboos associated with it. Civil laws of many countries even identify them as an entity. But further studies reveal that being a transgender or genderqueer person is completely normal. So it is important to understand and create more awareness about the fluidity of sexual expressions surrounding us. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe to Medical Maniac. We'll meet you on another episode of Medical Maniac. Bye.